Hi, my name is Chad Lanners. I'm the executive at Cross Services, and today I'm joined by Jan and Jenna Mudd, independent brokers and agency managers here at Twin City Health Solutions Incorporated. They're one of our valued annual sponsors, and we're excited to highlight them today. Their commitment, not only from their company, but as well as from their family, has gone above and beyond. I just want to sincerely thank both of you for your partnership and taking the time to visit with me on Chatting with Chad. So welcome, Jan and Jenna.
Thank you for the introduction. I'm Jenna Mudd, and this is my father, Jan Mudd, and we are a family team business. And who you don't see here is my mother, Jill Mudd, who's the principal agent who started this business, my sister-in-law, Lacey Mudd, who's an independent agent, my cousin, Jacob Meeks, and my brother, Jordan Mudd, who helps us with the background stuff. So we're a whole family team running this together.
Well, I'm confident just by you sharing that, you guys are having a lot of fun, and I can see the
Yeah.
smiles on your faces. Jan, maybe you could start us off by telling us a little bit about Twin Cities Health Solutions, who you serve, what kind of is your mission, and what's your specific role there?
So I am the agency director, and I'm a licensed agent, but I'm more behind the scenes. I run the business side of the agency. My wife, Jill Mudd, is the principal agent. Some of you may know her because she's a prominent health insurance agent in the community. Jill started the agency. She's been an agent in Maple Grove and surrounding areas for about 15 years. I worked in the healthcare industry as a business executive for a Fortune 50 company. And 4 years ago, I retired and transitioned, should I say, to the family business. My role has been to work with the agents and work with Jill and, set up the business side of the agency. Our agency does all health insurance. We do Medicare is really our primary products that we represent to the community. We also do individual family. And we also do a small group. We do dental, vision, travel insurance, any kind of health insurance, if you think about that.
We meet with people to help shop plans for the upcoming year. Health insurance plans change every year. When someone is transitioning from an employer plan onto Medicare or their employer plan onto an individual or family plan, we are the experts and the advisors that help with that. For our services to meet with me, send me an email, ask me a question, call with me, help with enrollment, there's no cost or fees. We're paid by the insurance companies, and we represent multiple national, local companies. You've heard of United Healthcare, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Medica, UCare. We get paid by the insurance companies a regulated fee, so we're not incentivized to sell one plan over the other. So we're really just experts and advisors, and we're here to help people. And it's very fulfilling because we're not charging them.
Yeah, it's amazing. It sounds like you got a great array of services that you offer to the community. Now, I know you're located in Maple Grove, Minnesota, but my guess is that you serve much more clientele than just Maple Grove. How, as a family, do you come together and connect with community, and why is that important to you?
We are actually licensed in all of Minnesota, so we do help people all over. It's Twin Cities Health Insurance Solutions, so we help people around the Twin Cities, all parts of Minnesota. We're able to help people. Jan can kind of mention how we get involved in the community and why we're really tightly involved with Maple Grove.
We were supporting Cross Food Shelf years ago. Jill and I had a small group that we were facilitating through one of the local churches. And we decided we wanted to do some service in the community, and we selected Cross Food Shelf. And so once a week, we would come and help restock produce and clean. And we did that for, quite a while as a small group. So here we are now, we've got our insurance agency and we're able to partner with Cross again. So that's exciting.
We love you guys as a partner, and so thank you so much. So, family founded, that has to have something to do as you've brought your family and you've grown the business, you've brought more of your family members in. But how do you take that family founded concept and relate that to the clients that you serve?
When we advertise, we do put our name in advertisements. A lot of times it's the whole team. We are a family, but we're also a team of, health insurance experts, so that when a client, or someone decides to do business with us, they're not getting just an agent, they're getting an entire team of experts that can help them. People's needs change. And throughout the year, situations change and people's needs change. We are here year round. It's not a transaction where we're just going to enroll somebody in a policy and then that's the end of it. As your family dynamics change, we're always going to be here. Someone's going to be here to help you year round.
People ask me, how is it working with your parents? I mean, my parents are kind of like, we're a team, but they're also, it's their business and they're kind of like my bosses. And I can actually truthfully say that they're a joy to work with. And I'm not just saying that as believers. I believe that there is a place for service. God has given us the skill and knowledge of health insurance. We as a family are experts on it. I have resources of knowing the experts, and I was kind of raised in the health insurance world. And so, part of our vision and our job is using the skills and the knowledge God has given us to serve people, instead of letting that go to waste, which has become a fulfilling job and a blessing to serve the community in that way.
I can see both of you just love your jobs and the impact you're making on, not only the people you serve, but those in the community, just to make the world a better place. And so, thank you for what you guys do. I want to talk a little bit about the vision of Cross Services. And our vision is about, creating a thriving community where every individual and family has access to nutritious food and comprehensive supportive services, really empowering them to achieve stability and well-being. Maybe if you two could take a little time and talk about how you see Twin City Health Solutions working with aligning with Cross Services vision and supporting families in our community.
We get contracted with the carriers, the national and the local carriers, so that we can offer a wide range of products to people. We also don't push one plan over the other. For people in the Medicare world, sometimes an Advantage plan is what they can afford and what's available. And sometimes a supplement, if they can afford that, is going to be the most beneficial to them. It's a joy to us to be able to actually sit down with people, hear about their stories, and hear what is going to be most helpful and beneficial to them, and then give them our advice and our input. We are able to offer a wide range of health insurance options. And again, we don't get incentivized to sell one plan over the other. So it's helpful, it's fulfilling for us to be able to help people navigate them financially and medically onto the right plan.
And sometimes the right thing to do is to say you're better off where you're at. We tell them that, and people appreciate that. As far as helping the community and being part of Cross, we really appreciate the opportunity to partner with you. We know that food insecurity, is a big thing, especially with the economy the way it is, and we see the prices going up on groceries. We do want to get back, Chad. We feel like you guys are doing a really great service for the community, and we're honored to be a part of that. Whether it's giving of our finances, we've been blessed, and we want to bless other people with that. And through Cross, we can actually donate funds to help other people, and then and sometimes it's just coming in and helping restock groceries or helping clean, and so we're just glad to be a part of that. It's just a way of giving back.
I just spending a few minutes here with you. I just want to give you both a shout out. I can tell you deep down inside, you both run with strong values, and the way you share, you've approached your business is treating everybody with dignity, and that's something that's important as people walk in our front doors, is to be able to treat people with dignity. At Cross Services, we see families, juggling multiple pressures. Nearly 60% of Americans feel really uncomfortable with where their savings is at. And maybe 20 to 30% of all Americans I know don't have any savings at all. What makes health insurance even more important?
Health insurance costs are increasing, just like everything else. The challenge is that, you're trying to balance, like you said, Chad, just your everyday living expenses. And then you try to get a health insurance policy. And the problem is a lot of these policies now are high deductible plans. The premiums are very high, and it's not going to give you a lot of benefit unless it's something catastrophic. But that's what you have it for, is that backstop, so that if something does happen, that's catastrophic, you have that protection.
And in a way, we're more navigators because we are not salespeople. We are not trying to get people in here telling them that this is a service that they need. Most people are in need of health insurance, and that's why they come to us. So we're more navigators and trying to help them. Okay, here is the need for medical coverage, and what's the best way we can service that need? Is that getting you contacted with a state program? Is that going through commercially? Is that staying with your employer plan? So we're not coming at it as salespeople, but more navigators and trying to get people
Yeah.
to the right place financially.
I love that word navigators when you think about supporting families or businesses and trying to figure out insurance. We use the word at Cross Services advocates, but navigators really aligns with the same concept there as we're out supporting families and trying to best understand what their individual story is and making a difference in their lives. How does having reliable health insurance help families or small business stay financially secure, maybe when the unexpected happens?
Everybody's trying to find the right plan for them. And one plan that works for one person may not be the right plan for the other person. So it's always good to find the one that's right for you. That's like Jenna said, we can help navigate that and help people do that. We don't really market a lot of the small business, but we do have a lot of small businesses that are shopping for insurance and they'll come to us, and we've been able to help a lot of the businesses in our community find insurance plans or compare the pricing of different companies out there. And we represent most of the companies in Minnesota, so we can shop from a very large selection of companies. So it's not us trying to present one company over another. We're just trying to find the best solution for you.
And it's so important in everything we do is, trying to find the best solution for everybody. We talk about at Cross Services, you matter here. And it sounds like really in alignment with Twin City Health Insurance Solutions of what you try to do is everybody matters. And how do you find, the best possible way of approaching people and helping them be successful through their insurance solutions. For other local businesses that may be considering partnering with Cross Services, what would you say about the value of supporting organizations, supporting individuals maybe in need, and how do you best go approaching that in the local community?
If you want to help further your business and also help the community, you need to get involved with ways to serve your community. Because I think a big heart behind what our business is service, and that's very in line with partnering with Cross Services and trying to also help serving you guys in that standpoint.
I used to come to your facility and help stock your shelves and clean your floors. And I did it with a smile on my face. I was so happy to do that. But I have to be honest with you. I knew you served a lot of people, but I didn't realize the impact until you gave us a tour of your facility, and it was during business hours when people were coming in, and I did not realize the amount of people that relied on you. It really floored me, and it makes me honored to partner with Cross Services because of what you are doing in the community. You don't think about how many people that need your services, that are hurting or they find themselves in hard times. We've been blessed, and we feel like we want to give back and we want to be a blessing to the others. And what you are doing in the community is amazing, and we're just glad to be a part of that.
We on a weekly basis will see 500 plus families. The need just continues to grow as we fight hunger locally in our community here. All partners are important for us. The more you understand, the more the need continues to make an impact. And, we need partners like you that can come out and support us on a daily basis. And so if you're interested ever in partnering with Cross Services or learning more about us as a business, your local business can come out and interact with us. We'd be happy to provide a tour. You can also find us on crossservices.org or reach out to myself or anybody on our team. We're thankful again for Twin City Health Insurance Solutions for everything you guys do, being an annual partner, you giving back through what you do in your daily work. And providing a portion of what your profits are back to somebody who's in need is so meaningful. And maybe Jan and Jenna, I'll let you guys close out with the last word.
We're honored to be a partner with Cross Services. We appreciate the opportunity to partner with you. We know it's for a good cause. And we plan on continuing to partner with Cross Services. It's a really fun business, what we do. And, like I said, anything we can do to help people that are shopping for health insurance, we'd love to be your partner. We're here year round. It's not a transaction. We're here to be your local community agents to help you navigate the health insurance industry. So any kind of health insurance, we would love to help you.
This is chatting with Chad. Thank you so much, Twin City Health Insurance Solutions, and Jan and Jenna. We look forward to seeing you guys out at our up and coming tailgate tee off here in September. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Chad.
Chad. Appreciate it.